Okay, don't make this mistake. So in this video, I'm gonna show you why, even though I promote side hustles, and I think everybody or every one of us should have a side hustle, why it's still a big mistake. I think it's still a big mistake to just quit your full-time job and just go do a side hustle full-time. Like, that's in my book, that's a big mistake. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly why. So what happens, guys, is if you're working a full-time job and you've been working, climbing the career ladder, and you've been making progress in that, there is this temptation to see things as being, the grass is greener on the other side. And so you might hear someone like me talking about side hustles, or you might find some other online, there's all kinds of online gurus, and there's people talking about things like, whatever the opportunity might be, or it might be even things like trading, financial trading. Oh man, I'm trading futures, I'm trading stocks, I'm trading crypto. So there's all these kinds of things. And then, you find some other people that, might be talking about something totally different, like make money online. There's a ton of people in like make money online. Um, and you might find some other weird things you've never heard of. Of course, you've probably heard of Bitcoin, but there's also a lot of guys saying make money with Bitcoin. you know, you know. And these days, there's guys talking about make money with AI, artificial intelligence, and it's kind of crazy because so you might get this fear of missing out, right? Like, ooh, man, these guys are making money with Bitcoin. I gotta get in on the game, man. I can be rich in literally 12 months. Like, guys, stop. What I want you to do is realize that this grass is greener on the other side phenomenon is not really true. If you jump into that stuff and you look back to where you actually came from, you're actually gonna realize the grass was greener where you came from. Because the guys that are in that thing you got into are looking over at where you came from and everyone doing that. And they're saying, ooh, the grass is greener over there. So everybody that's over there is trying to jump over here, and everybody that's over here is trying to jump over there. And in the end, you just waste your time. So when you see all these opportunities happening around you, you're working your full-time job, and then you find some people like I'm telling you to do side hustles, but now you want to quit your full-time job and go do a side hustle. That's a big mistake. Don't quit your full-time job. That's a big mistake, because what can happen is you find yourself broke at the end of the month, without an income, and you could literally end up in a very bad place. Like you could be evicted out of your house, you fall behind on the payments, you um, all kinds of complications, right, that come with that. So no, that's not the smart way. What I recommend you do is, for sure, do a side hustle, but do it on the side. That's why it's called a side hustle. That's why I call it a product side hustle. You want, and what I recommend is you do what I call a product side hustle, which is a side hustle selling a product, so that you are not wasting time trying to do a service that demands a lot of time away from your full-time job, because that could get you fired. Like if you are having to leave work early because you've got a service side hustle that requires you to work another 8 hours after work, and so you're skipping some hours of work. If your boss finds out about that, that could lead to you getting fired. You don't want that. You want job security, and you want to build your side hustle alongside that. Like that's the perfect situation. So uh, keep in your full-time job. Plan to be in your full-time job for the long run, for maybe the next, what I would give as a good timeline to go full-time in your side hustle would be actually once your side hustle is now making you uh, as much money as your full-time job was making you. So let's suppose that you're in Silicon Valley, you're making 10K a month, something like that, or you're making 15K a month. What I would actually recommend is now Suppose you start a side hustle doing like a SaaS, software as a service. So what I would recommend is the benchmark for you would be you're only gonna go full time in your side hustle only once your SaaS software side hustle is now making 10 to 15K a month. Then you can quit your full time job, because what you've now done is you've replaced your full time job income. So you really don't need the job anymore. Same thing, suppose you're working, you're living in a lower cost of living city, maybe you're living somewhere in the Midwest, and so your job pays you maybe like 4K a month or something like that. So in your case, the benchmark would just be keep working your job and do your side hustle on the side. Maybe for your side hustle, you pick something like e-commerce or selling an info product. So the benchmark for that would be you keep working your full-time job until your side hustle is making at least 4K a month. And as soon as it does that, then you really don't need the job anymore. Now you can actually go full-time in your side hustle, and you can actually build that business even bigger. But as long as you haven't accomplished those kinds of metrics, it means that your skills as a side hustler, your skills as a businessman are not yet good enough where you can just go full time. Like, you're not there yet. You're not Elon Musk, right? You're not Steve Jobs yet. So keep working the job. Don't see the grass as being greener on the other side. There's a reason why each of us is in the situation that we're in. Like, you're vital to your company. So that's the place where your contribution at the moment is the most valuable. So keep doing that. You're shining in the right light, in the right environment. Keep doing that, and then keep learning about how to build this side hustle that you're interested in building. And eventually it will become a profitable thing. And then when that income is bigger than your full-time job income, then for sure you can go full-time in your side hustle. So that's really the way to do it, and to avoid that mistake of just jumping in willy-nilly without really building up the right support and the right systems to actually be able to make your side hustle work. And if you need some resources to help you with your side hustle, you can grab some of my free downloads and some of my free resources. The links will be in the description.